With our canoes loaded, we left behind Victoria Dam and the impressive falls there and headed down to the Watersmeet area. We car camped at the burned dam campground on the bank of the Middle Branch of the Ontonagon. The old dam and the town of Interior were destroyed by fire around 1900. Now just a primitive camp and canoe landing exists there. While Jesse and Burke were still sleeping in, I took a walk around the campground and spotted both a bald eagle and a ruffed grouse. I went down by the Meximine Falls just above the put-in and decided it'd be a good place to take a few casts. I was hoping for a brook trout, but had to settle for a smallmouth. Finally, they were up and it's time to start our canoe trip. Hopefully you can hear me okay over the noisy vehicle. For this section of the river, we are taking our vehicles, dropping off a couple of them up at the takeout. Our canoes are waiting for us back at Burn Dam Campground. So we'll shuttle back there in one vehicle, and then we will be paddling downstream. So hopefully we did the logistics right and we don't forget any keys or anything like that, the typical nightmares of shuttling vehicles on a river. Anyway, never been on this section of the Ontonagon either, so we'll see what's in store.
Yeah, tell us about your Youper guy that's house bandit or whatever he calls himself.
Oh, this guy, Nathan Invincible. Shout out to him.
Yeah, here we go.
We are just underway of the third day. This is the middle branch of the Ontonagon from Burned Bridge up to Bond Falls. So the wind is with us again, which isn't real bad because the black flies are terrible. But the wind with a light canoe makes it very hard to hold position. It's a lot smaller branch than the one we were on yesterday. It doesn't have quite the water flow. The wind is like really pushy. I'm still struggling getting used to this boat with no boat without any gear in it. It's light. This wind pushes me around a lot, but I'm still having fun. The river has started to get a little more playful now. on. You were hot? You weren't swimming? Coming into a very busy looking mess right now. Wedge! Woo. It was like this, not like this.
Sharpener.
I'm sure that it sharpened it. Or dulled it. Boom. We're getting near the end of our Ontonagon River journey. Today was the Middle Branch. It's a fun little river. It's twisty and turny, It has vegetation hanging over on the edges, but it has some class 1-2 features in it. Gives you a scenic little trip and a little bit of fun. So we have one more set of rapids. At least we think we have one more set of rapids before we get to the reservoir. And that was close. Anyway, we have one more set of rapids before we get to the reservoir. And there's a waterfall, a stair-step waterfall, I guess 3 different ledges. So we're just being mindful of that now as we get into the last few bends.
I do that these days, but the Russians.
Well, it looks like we have made it to the reservoir, and somehow we did not have to deal with the falls. Yeah, what the heck? Is the water that high in this one that the falls are under?
Or maybe since that book, they've rose the flowage area.
Yeah. Yeah, there's there, yeah, it's a rock ledge. So we did not have to deal with the rock ledges. I just paddled over them. The water is high enough that they're underwater. So we've been anticipating having to portage around them, but we did not have to do that. So we are at our vehicles, and that is the end of our trip down the Ontonagon River. Ooh, please. Hey, wait a minute. Don't take off yet. The adventure's not over yet. I just had to stop to let a big crybaby get out of his dry suit. I need out of this dry suit. So the reason that we took out back there rather than going to the Bond Falls portage is because the weather wasn't favorable for crossing the Bond Falls flowage. So, and we thought we were going to have to portage around Little Bond Falls, which just happened to be underwater. So there's no portage there. I don't want to cheat you out of seeing Bond Falls because I hear it's spectacular. So stick with me a minute and we're going to take a look at them awesome falls. Thank you for joining me on this little adventure, and we'll see you on the next one.